Well, I'm out here at Victor's last grafting job, or the last one he did or tried to do, and I'm going to assess this job and just make sure that everything's done. I talked to the grower. Well, he called actually concerned about Victor, wanted to know how it was going, and I told him I'd come up and take a look at things and make sure everything was right. And he said that he thought maybe a couple trees got missed, and some of them maybe only got one graft and they should get two. And so I'm going to take a look at things today and walk these rows and make sure that everything is as it should be, and make sure they're grafted as they should be. Check the paint, the tape, and well, we just want to make it right, you know. And the grower's not concerned about it. He said, "I'm a big boy, it's okay." And I said, no, we want to come out and make sure that everything is done upright. And but his only concern was Victor, of course. But that's what we're doing here right now. We're gonna walk these rows, and I'm gonna put some wood in my bucket and take some supplies along and graft up anything that I find that might need it. I don't remember what variety of cherries these are, but what we're putting on is Rainier, and we hope it's sheltered enough from the wind, because Rainier is very susceptible to bruising. That's the yellow cherry, in case you don't know. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna get my stuff together here and cut a little bit of wood, and we'll go out there and see what we find. I do believe my pants are on fire. Looks like my chair's on fire. I believe my table's on fire. Oops! Hey, welcome to Rat Rodding. My name's Whalen Wire, and don't ever do what we do here on this channel. Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome back to Whalen Wire's Old Iron. We're finally getting around to making a few improvements on the old White Knight. Stronger than dirt. That's what they said back in the 60s. Stronger than dirt. So, yeah, let's commence to start putting a little lipstick on this pig. See what we get into. Let's go. Well, it's raining today, so I got a little bit of shop time here. Before I go back and see Victor, I go see him twice a day, and usually take him something. Coffee in the morning. We had Kentucky Fried last night. Had a little party up there, and because he's celebrating getting out of there. He's going to be going home Wednesday. This is Monday. I pick his son up at the airport at midnight tomorrow night, and then Wednesday about 11 o'clock they're going to kick him loose, and Victor Jr. is going to drive him to Bakersfield, and then Victor's wife is flying from Zacatecas to Tijuana to take him back with her. So they don't want him to travel alone, so he's going to have somebody with him the whole trip, and that's a good thing. Once again, thank all of you. Oh, y'all really went out of your way and just went above and beyond, and we appreciate it so much. So a nice looking truck like this on a trailer today. Some proud new owner was headed home, headed up north with it somewhere. Boy, I hear that old rain coming down. Well, somebody's put a cotter pin in, but they only put one half of it in, or one side of it in, and then twisted it all around. I think we can do a little better than that. You know, things don't look too bad at all. I guess it just needed an adjustment. Seems like all the hardware is in place, and this has got self-adjusters, but it was adjusted too far apparently. So this one wouldn't turn at all, or barely, and the other one's freewheeling a bit too much. So I think I'm just going to adjust them, because there's not any grease or brake fluid or anything seeping or leaking. Well, that sounds a little squirrely. I wonder what's going on in there. It's almost like it's got a rock or something. I remembered that these old Dojers have left-hand threads on these lugs on the left-hand side, on the driver's side, but somebody's replaced one, and it's a right hand, of course, but it'll take me long to figure that out. Well, let's see here. Oh, this one. Hey, you know, if I drink, I'd drink a beer with this guy. He put 1/2 a cotter pin on the other side, and he put a nail on this side. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Why? Why not? That's my man right there. Attaboy. Attaboy, Cletus. Pack those wheel bearings while I got this thing apart. Well, there's some kind of little... Ow! They welded this in. They welded these in, and that's all the slag come off the weld. It's grinding around in there. But this shoe's in good shape, or the drum's in real good shape. You clean the slag out of it. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I'll blow all that slag out of there. Yeah, there's almost zero wear. Linings, I should say. Well, we're going back in with a cotter pin instead of a nail. Although that nail has probably worked fine for 50 years, 40, 50 years. Hear that? A little bit of drag. Just a little bit. Okay, pump it, please. Okay, lever down. Well, I got good fluid and no air. So what's the issue? All right. Miss Becky came up and helped me bleed the clutch on this thing, and it was a bugger. I had to force it backwards. Warren said it's easier to bleed it backwards. So I got my little plunger thing out and took the line off the slave cylinder and shot some fluid back up through it, and that did the trick. I think we got a clutch now. I don't know. We'll see. See if this thing will move under its own power. I don't know. That battery's dead. It didn't take a charge. I had it on the charger all night, so I'm gonna have to pick up a battery for this thing. You know, this thing's got a choke that's bound up on it, and I just don't have time to work on it right now, but maybe I should put a little bit of juice on there to help start getting it, let it marinate a little bit. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying. Let me spray that cable a little bit. I don't know if this will do any good, but we'll see. I gotta get Victor's truck in here and change oil. He's worried about it. He wants to change it. He borrowed his son's little pickup to come up here and use during the grafting season, and it's so much better mileage than my old work truck. So, and he keeps talking about it every day. When I go to the hospital, boy, he change that oil in that truck. Someone do that for him today, just because. Because he's old Victor, man. Got this old choke starting to work a little bit. Still pretty stiff. All this linkage just needs to be lubed up, I think. Okay. You know, that oil gauge acts like it's working. Watch that sucker. See that? Come on. Brake's not grabbing anymore. Helps to get all that welding slag out of there, I guess. See what this oil looks like. Oh, that oil's good. But Victor wanted to change it, so I'm gonna change it. You know, I had that white knight in here on the lift. I don't know, what, 3 or 4 days now? Can't remember when I put that video out. But Saturday, since Saturday, this is Tuesday, and there was not one drop of oil on the floor anywhere under that truck. So either it don't leak or it don't have any fluids in it. Well, let that run down for a minute. Check it again. Yep, right on the money. Well now, picked up Victor Jr. at the airport last night. And then this morning, he and I went down to the clinic, to the rehab, and my friend Todd showed up, and we went through his physical therapist. I heard all her directions, and his speech therapist, and saw the doctor, and they cut him loose about, I don't know, 11:30 or so. And we all went and had lunch, and now they're going to get some prescriptions, and Victor Jr.'s probably going to head out this afternoon. They're going to come up here and pack up Victor's stuff in his little unit over there. And I just got here before them a little bit, and they're on their way. But what's next for me? I got to clean up my shop, put my tools away, and get that big old blue work truck in here and change oil on that. So I guess that's next. And then we'll get Victor on his way this afternoon. He's a happy man. And he's got a lot of grip in that hand today, too. It's coming back. Doctor says no question. He'll come back all the way if he works at it. So, good news. Well, let's get old Big Blue in here and see if we can swap out the oil. Look who's out of the hospital. Look who's out cruising around today. Look at this. Oh, there. Are you bad? I'm bad. Oh boy.
I can keep my pants up.
I'll get you those suspenders.
Okay.
Yeah. You looking good, Victor. Well, there they go. Gonna hit the road. Gonna put a few miles down today. It's pretty late. I don't know what time it is here. Oh, it's already 4 o'clock, but they'll put a few miles down, and Victor's so anxious to get on the road, that'll calm him down a little bit. Well, he was walking around here, and he went and took a shower, and I can see in just a couple hours he's already better just from not being in that hospital, you know. That helps a guy's mental state out quite a bit. Okay, I got the oil swapped out in this thing, and I'm going to get it out of here and bring the white knight back in. Okay, the carpet cleaned up pretty good. It looks pretty good, and I've got it in here in the shop tonight because it's still really cold outside at night up here in the mountains. And I'm gonna have the heat on in the shop tonight, so I'm gonna let it dry what it will tonight. Tomorrow, I'll lay it out in the sun. It's supposed to get pretty nice tomorrow, so I'll lay it out when it warms up outside. In the meantime, I need to get this thing back up in the air. I've got to adjust that clutch. It's not right. Ordered the lenses. I just went ahead and got 2 of them. That way they'll match, because I know the new one would just outshine this one. It wouldn't look really good, so I got a couple of those. And I have a seat cover. Well, y'all might be asking yourselves, what is old Waylon to do it now? Well, what I'm doing is I pulled these things off and popped that inner bearing out and greased it up. I just thought that was probably the correct thing to do, so that's what I did. All right, I got this thing in the air and I adjusted that clutch, and I got those inner wheel bearings packed with grease. And now I'm about to check the grease in this hind end, see if it's got any in it. And I got some, I don't know, some, what have I got? I got some 80, 90. Yeah, something like that. I got a couple different things, but we'll throw something in there. Here's the air shocks on this thing. The Sears air shock system. And you can get a glimpse. You're getting your first look at the bed of this thing. Look at that. Isn't that cute? So, yeah, that's the major downfall on this truck. But we're going to fix that. I'm going to address that somehow. I'm not sure yet if I'll put wood in it, what I'll do, because it's all pretty bad. I think it's all got to come out. I don't see anything good about it. It's kind of dark in here for you guys, but it's hard to look at anyway, so I won't subject you to such misery. All right, I'm gonna see if I can check this hind end, get a level on it, get a read on it, man. See what kind of vibe we can get from it. Well, look at that. I can't believe it. How easy that came out. I guess you guys can't see it because I got the light in the way, but turned out pretty good. Turned out of there easy enough. How do you check the grease in a hind end? Well, you stick your little pinky in there. If you can't reach it, you need to put some in, and I don't think there's any in there. It's pretty dry. Just curious about how much it's going to take. It's pretty dry. And this seal's probably leaking real bad. That's why it's so caked up on here. Okay. I just love how utilitarian these old things are. You know, when they were engineers were designing this shock mount, they just said, "Hey Clem, go out to the scrap pile and bring a piece of angle iron in here. Yeah, bolt that to the frame and angle it back a little bit. That'll work." Well, shucks. Too bad we didn't have some 1x2. We wouldn't have had to put that spacer in there, but it'll be all right. Tightening up these little letters on the hood, and oh, it's just so nice to grab a, 9/16 and a half inch, 7/8, things like that. Just so nice. We got a brake light sticking and one that don't work. Oh, we'll get her. Clutch appears to work. Yeah, a bad bulb over here. Yeah, we'll get it figured out. This is the fun stuff. Well, it's running very, very well. The clutch works, the brakes work. I'm not going to go far. I wanted to take it around the loop here, but I don't know how much gas it's got in it. I don't know if this, I don't think the gauge works. It's sitting right on empty. I know that this thing is geared way, way better than the, well, not necessarily better, but way differently than the Blue Diamond, because that old 3/4 ton D200 has got low hind end gears. This has got much taller gears in it. I don't know what they are, but yeah, this thing, when you put her down in compound low, that's like about second gear with the Diamond, but yet it's got a ton of torque, which these old polys do, boy. They are just a torqueous motor. Seems to steer okay, but I haven't had it out on the highway yet. I think that's going to happen though, as soon as I can get some license tabs on it and get some fuel in it. Don't know what the deal is with that fuel gauge, but we can investigate that a little bit. But yeah, the clutch is not slipping, and boy, I really like these tall gears. That's just totally different from what I'm used to. And you see here where she used to be, free on the tree. I get my hand wrapped up in there. I'll run off in the ditch. All right, yeah, good. Okay, I'm going to check out that brake light and my front signal lights, and yeah, I might run to town and grab the tabs for this thing so I can take it out on the road. This is exciting, man. I'd rather have this thing than a brand new Cadillac. I really would. I think I'll see if I can have it idle down a little bit, maybe. Maybe, we shall see. Far enough up here to open the door. There we go. Yeah, I've got to fix the emergency brake, or the parking brake too, because it's come unhinged. It's just kind of flopping around here. But oh, we'll get it all lubed up, fixed up. Got us trailer brakes. Yeah, let me see if I can idle that thing down a bit. Right up there at the top. We're good on the good. Minus 35. That'll probably be okay. Okay, let's see if we can remedy that sticky brake pedal situation, and then pull this one and see if we got a bulb burn out, most likely. we're gonna get this thing out. You and I are gonna get this thing out and back it up to the bank and get all that old rotten plywood and everything in there, and you'll see how bad the metal is. It's really bad. It's gonna take a complete bed floor, but we'll do that. We'll figure it out. This guy who put the nail instead of a cotter pin, the guy whom I would drink a beer with if I drink beer, he's done a little bit of some grounding here. I see there's a little bit of copper wire there, so I suspect that's probably why this thing is not working. It's due to the old boy and his wiring techniques. Well, that's kind of oh yeah, I see some butt connectors in there. Boys keep chasing girls to get a kiss. La da 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 dee. La da 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 da. All right, so that ground is not working. We know the bulb's good, so we're gonna get this thing in the air. Got to crawl under there once again and set the lift arms. Pick this thing up and adjust some wiring. Well. We still don't have a tail light over here, and I don't like butt connectors. There is not one butt connector in this entire build, and baling wire can attest to how much wiring there is in this rig. But I don't believe in butt connectors. Every connection in this whole thing is soldered. And I suspect that one of those butt connectors right up in there is probably my issue. Can you see them? Yeah, there's two of them right there. There's one right there. But the guy tried to do a good ground, you know. That's a good ground. He cleared off a spot there. So, and that's usually the case. It's a bad ground, and he's really worked on that. So, gotta hand it to him for that. I don't know. Let's see if I can get enough wire. Yeah, there should be enough to pull that out and check those connections. Okay, let's see if we can get that out far enough to take a look at things. Oh yeah, still trying to chase down taillight, but ran across something else. I'm telling you, man, I really would drink beer with this guy if I drank beer. I don't, but if I did, I would certainly drink beer with this guy. We got some baling wire, my favorite, and then we got some plumber's tape here, some strap here. That's looking good. And but what's even better is we've got this tailpipe collapsed here. And that's not real good. A bit of restriction there. We need to probably fix that. Yeah, I think we can do a few little things. It's gonna be good. Yeah, love putting lipstick on a pig. Alright, fellers and fellerettes, that'll do it for this one. I want to bring you right up to speed, right up to date, right up to this very moment. I'm looking at the clock. It's 9:45, and Victor is in Tijuana right now with his family. His son took him there today from Bakersfield, and his wife flew in from Zacatecas to meet him there because he needs someone to travel with him. He still kind of wants to ignore the left side a little bit, so they're just trying to make him conscious of that. But he's real sharp, and he knows the risk, and he's being careful. and he's continuing to exercise that arm. And the latest thing I got out of him, as far as progress, is he had to move his fingers and wrap them around my hand. But then when he did, he's got some grip, boy. He got her back. It's coming. And 3 days ago, all he could do was lift that thumb about 1/16 of an inch. Now he can move that thumb around and he can grip your hand. 2 days ago, I went in and curled his fingers up and I hooked mine inside him and I drug him across the room in his wheelchair. He calls it his Pontiac. So it's just getting better every day. And I want to thank you all for your prayers and donations and thoughts and encouragement for Victor. He didn't know he had so many friends, and he's very grateful, as am I. So that's that. Yeah, latest and greatest. He'll be flying back to Zacatecas tomorrow, and them little kids will be climbing all over him, and boy, that's going to be some good therapy right there. Let me done told you what.
Victor sent me this last night. This is Wednesday, so he's been out of the hospital just 1 week, and look at him. He looks 10 years younger than he did the day he left here.
So I guess I'm going to shut up, get out of here. Look forward to seeing you on part 2 of the White Knight. See you soon. Sure do appreciate you.